I'm just loading things up and making sure things are loading and working. But it is basically yet another migraine stream. So there we go. Okay, that is at least showing that. I'm gonna hit that button. I'm gonna hit that button. Oops. Here we go. Make sure those are in the right places. Yes, they are. Okay. Wait. So this is how my brain works. I feel like crap. I play a game. I have gone ahead and updated a spreadsheet with all of my things. So, things that I have found was some hints about the fuse box, which I am actually curious about what that plays with. So I have that to, if I get the control room like that again with the fuse box, I can maybe mess around with that, see what that does. Pretty sure there's more things to deal with the magnifying glass. That would be good. I have the red memos are lies unless handwritten note, so we know that anything that's red is lying unless it's been handwritten. I had found the servants' quarters at some point, so there's 12 major keys. I have found a silver key and a secret garden key. I'm guessing those are part of the 12 keys. I've only found one red letter, and that's in the boudoir. I cannot spell that word. Whatever that bedroom place is with the safe that has Christmas. I have a bunch of picture codes. Rank 9, I have nothing for it. And then rank 3, I have N and T. Rank 4, I have L and L. Or rank 9, rank 7. Rank 8, rank 7. I have some stuff on the other ranks. And I know rank 1 spells safes. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I have this weird hovel code, about 45 rooms, 2 starter rooms, 9 rows, and 2 wings. Don't know what that's associated with. I know that they requires a 4-digit code for the orchard that I still haven't figured out. I want to figure out how to raise the temperature for the... so that I can melt the stuff in the freezer, because there's a couple letters in there, other good stuff. So if I can get the freezer to open, that would be great. I've discovered dynamite in the trading post, which is interesting. I know there's more stuff to do with the pump room. And there are probably 3 more flames I think I can light. And I'm missing 2 music sheets, which are important. There is that note about the books in the office with the March of the Count red. Like red colored, and every one of the others are black. But it has a Queen, Count, Lord, Barons, and Major. So that might be something, I'm guessing. And then lore stuff that we've learned is Marion Marigold is Simon's mother. She is the daughter of Simon, other Simon, Herbert's brother Simon. Her publisher or an associate of her publisher was accused as a traitor of treason to the country that they're in. She has been missing for roughly 7 to 8 years and is presumed dead. Herbert potentially had something to do with her disappearance, according to the red letter number 4. The crown jewels were stolen, which we discovered that in the archive a while back. Simon Jones is the Red Prince in the story The Red Prince, which is interesting. because he's the blueprints now, presuming based upon the title of the game. And Swimbird itself appears to be about being forced to conform or to follow certain rules that seem arbitrary and could potentially be like a scathing commentary of the government. I remember something in the archives was talking about scathing commentary in her book, whereas the Red Prince was like, seems to be pro monarchy, so it was interesting. That was interesting to note, but that's by Mary Marigold. So there are more books in the library to read through, so I do want to draft the library and get more books. And so that's in my notes of things I want to do, for sure. So that I just have like a bunch of stuff posted there. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and load up the game. But yeah, no webcam because headache. Should I be doing puzzles with a headache? Probably not. Am I going to do puzzles with a headache? Entirely yes, because I can. So I can, and that makes me happy. There we go. That's fun. What's this? Oh, that's that. Okay. I was trying to figure out what was being talked about. So, alrighty. Anyway, we're back here. Oh yeah, I found an allowance token. Didn't I? Okay, that's another thing I need to keep an eye out, is for allowance tokens. I did that yesterday. So I found one in the trading post. Let's see, Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. My eyeballs do not like how bright that screen is. I need to go off my Excel sheet. Even though we've all been requested to remove ourselves from the premise during your stay, I can assure you that I'm still personally overseeing the estate, so that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will come to one day expect of us. I'm actually curious if you find room 46, they actually come back to working on the estate. Alright, so we've figured out all of rank 1's clues, is the best way I can do. So we know that means safes. Let's toss a den here, because that's going to give me a gem, which is going to be useful. And sometimes there's a chest there, but there's not this time. That's okay. This way I can hopefully put a closet here. That's actually good. Closet in the corner. Boop. And boop. Awesome. Another G and chem. G, key, and gem. I don't want to do coat check. Let's toss in kitchen, because that's going to be important to have. I forgot I made workshop very early game. Put in parlor, because that'll give me some more gems if I can get the game right. And sometimes there's items here. I don't think there is this time. I'm actually curious, anything back here? I like how the parlor changes to have these curtains here, so you can't see out the window when you have it rotated certain ways. That's really cool. Can you light the fire in the fireplaces? Huh, it might be interesting to think about. Gems are in the white box. Only one box contains gems. Well, that is true. That is just straight true. So I know that's a true one. Only one box is true. I'm gonna say 2 boxes are true. And that's false. So the gems are in here. Yep. Awesome. I like it when a puzzle comes together. Thank you for joining, Mike. Thank you for lurking as well. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Okay. Nook will rotate me back around. Observatory is always good because I need stars. Let's do observatory. I've rarely drafted this thing to begin with anyways. As evidenced by the fact that I only have 2 stars. Wow, I only have 2 stars. I've really not drafted this thing. The twins! A pair of chests have been added to the entrance hall. Yay! I can't really do anything with those, so that's fine. Alright, so I have, that's the P's, and I think I already know this one. And that's the peak. So this was K. And this is rank 3? Yeah, okay, so I knew this one. Okay, cool. A lot more talkative than I think I am. Let's see, bedroom will dead end me. We're gonna do drawing room. Because that's useful. That should be C, yep, okay. Wait a second. How in the hell have I never seen that before? That this is like that. Why do I see these things when I have a headache? Well, okay, so drawing room has a safe. Cool, awesome. I'm gonna add that to my list of things. Red letters. We have drawing room, unknown, and I have no idea what the code is on that one, so that's gonna be great. Never seen that before. This explains why this is right here, though. It makes that obvious. Okay. Is there anything else in this room I've never seen before? No, okay. Well, that's good. Steps. Let's do this. I don't have any items, but usually give me something. Like in this case, the broken lever. Okay, that is giving me different letters. Oh! But that's matching... Okay, so this is matching the letters of the room code. Because A, I have A there. Okay, that explains a lot. Alright, let's go this way. You really want me to have that guest bedroom? Alright, I'm gonna drop the hallway down. And go back. Let's see. Okay, you're a lie. Let's see what you give me. Let's put down the courtyard. Sometimes you also have things like the shovel. Sweet. deposit box key. Vault key 304. Okay. So there's this thing called a vault. .04. Well, that's going to be mildly annoying, because I don't know where that shows up. Coins, okay. Coins is always good. Let's open you. Let's do Nook, because you'll give me a key. Last indignation. Alright, we're gonna toss Chapel here, because that's just gonna get Chapel out of the way. And then I'm gonna use my keys here. Okay, I got a silver key, which is good. Ooh, sweet, and 3 more keys. Perfect. That's actually useful. Okay. I don't think I can combine the broken lever with anything, so... I'm gonna put in West Hall. Oh, this is an E. Okay, so this is an E. Remember yesterday I had written E down here and I didn't know why. So, okay. Yeah. E. What are you doing? Stupid Excel. 8 safes. Okay, so there's 8 safes, I guess. I found 2. I get 2 reroll dice out of the door now, which is useful, and I can get a gem out of there too, so we'll do this. I forgot I upgraded this. Here we go. That's S, okay. Chance of finding items in green rooms with the veranda. Sure. It's gonna eat all my gems, but items are useful and I have this shovel. So, ooh, turnip, sweet. That's actually useful. Not worth much. Alright, since I've done that, I'm actually gonna run back and go out. Right, this way? Yeah. Real quick. It's gonna waste a good chunk of my stuff, so if I can get the root cellar, that'd be good. Because then I can get possibly more turnips. Huzzah! Root cellar. Oh, or tool shed. We'll do root cellar. No. Coin. Old shoe. Pebbles. I just have no luck today. A key. Okay, that's useful. Rock. More pebbles. Can I have a turnip, please? Turnip! More coins. Ooh, apple. That's useful. Sinclair, Epson. Yeah, because Mary Epson is, Mary Marigold, which is Simon's mother. Because you have Simon Sinclair, who married Clara Epson. And Herbert Sinclair's over there, and that's the great uncle. So, this is really helpful to learn that, and to see what the family crests are. But there's nothing else in here. Shift myself around. Hip did not like the way I was laying. I forgot I could actually toss coins in here. You know what? Sure. Maybe it'll raise my luck. The root cellar does something specific. What does it do? Rooms in your house will be more likely to contain dig spots today. It's a useful one, right? This way. Yay. Spare room. Oh, but garage would cut me off. So I don't want to do that right now. I'll do spare room because it's a through-way. Has a dig spot in it. Okay. Coins. That's interesting. Let's use a key. Do pantry, because that'll give me more steps. Many more steps, to be fair. I guess we're doing Rumpus Room. I think I've only gotten this once before, so it'd be interesting to see what it says here. Pilot and plot, so this is an I. Do I have that on here? Yes. Yes, I do. Where is my coinage? You said there are 8 coins in here. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Alright, let's see what you have to say. I've only ever seen you once, so this will be nice.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin.
He's so ominous.
You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
Alzara is very ominous.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear.
He's so...
I see a boy.
Have I not found Alzara on this game?
On a shore of white sand.
Oh, I might not have found Alzara on this one.
Something he was told he would not find.
Okay, yeah. So this is the
black cat
what he says.
red flag.
Or maybe I have found Alzara on this.
I hear the wind blow.
And he's just telling me the same things.
The flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rope.
This is the same stuff I remember him saying before.
A door that is always locked, yet has no key.
I like how it's phrased, those doors always locked and had...
Yet will not find.
So, room 46 is apparently behind a moon.
Beyond the dark waters.
I'm guessing that's what that means. Room 46 is behind the moon.
Has been foreseen by the great
Who knows?
Alzara.
Alzara.
Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
So either that's the exact same thing and he only ever says the same thing, or I'm thinking of a different playthrough where he said the same thing. Ooh, running shoes! Okay, those are useful. That's useful. Nope, that's gonna end it. Let's do this one and hope we can get a cross room. No item in here this time? No. Okay. We'll do dining room just because it allows me to go forward one more. I don't like that it's a waste of a room space, but not much I can do about that. Corridor. Shoot. Alright, well, gymnasium I guess it is. I don't think I've ever drafted this. Alright, let's use the silver key here. Put out the conference room. I haven't seen any more of those dig spots, which is terrible. Anything on the table, on the floor? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna toss the dark room there. Toss the library here. Alright, so I picked up Swimbird. Let's try this. The foundation. Does not reset each day. What does that mean? What does this mean? Alright, well, I've got a lot of coins if I can get a good shop. Shoe. Okay, how do I get you to lower? Is there a way to drop that down? I was hoping for something like turnips. There's gotta be a way to drop that down, right? Oh, blast and damnation, you're a keycard door. Well, that's the end of that. Yep, that's the end of that. I can't really do anything else. So... suppose I could go back to the workshop and see if I can't combine anything, potentially. Just to see. Because if it can tell me if I can combine something, that'd be good to know for the future. What types of combinations I can make. So this way. Go really far around to get back to the workshop, jeez. Can't I? Yeah, I can go this way. I can combine the shovel and the broken lever. Oh, with something else. So this is a 3-item combo. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna make a note of that real quick. Wonder what I can combine it with. Alright, well, that's the end of this one. That's the end of day 7. So I guess we're gonna do day 8 then. That was short. Prosaic Villa. Alright, well, I'm curious what this foundation is. Day 8 now. Oh, hey. That's apparently just permanently there. I mean, upside, I already know what letter that is, so that doesn't... because that's an E. It doesn't cause me any problems, but that just exists now? So... awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna go do this real quick. That's kind of awesome. That's kind of useful. I just have a permanent room that exists there now. Schoolhouse. There's classrooms. I don't have a shovel, so I can't dig. Do you have anything? Ooh, I have another one of these switches. Okay, so schoolhouse has a firelight. Huh, I wonder what this schoolhouse is about. Here we go. Oh, sweet Jesus, how can I read this? For the last 38 years, it's been my pleasure serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention to in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision. A vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. She's the one who checked out Swimbird like 2 or 3 times. That's interesting. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a life of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you had no one to bestow demerits upon? Okay. Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. You had a gift from Mrs. Peterson? Oh, I can't open the drawer. That's sad. Within a timely... Manor is spelled M-A-N-O-R. O-R. That's quoting the opening cutscene. As long as you find the clue within a timely manner. You're talking about... Is this like... Because there's clocks everywhere. So is the clocks have to... Is there a clock puzzle too? Okay, clock puzzle. Timely manner. I guess I have to turn the manor into a clock at some point. Somehow. Okay. Find all the timepieces. Timepiece rooms. Okay, so... I'm gonna say timepiece rooms. Timepiece rooms, okay. Making a note of that being timepiece rooms. Awesome sawsome. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of timepiece rooms, so that's going to be fun. Oh, that's just birds. Okay, well, back to continuing our regular... Starting on this side. I'm gonna drop the den, even though early library would be useful to read what book I got, but... Don't want to do that right now. I want to get these corners out of the way. Let's dump guest bedroom so I can get those steps in. Alright. Because apparently classrooms require gems. Okay. Grade 1. Oh. Okay, this is new. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? Oh, no, yeah, that's the H. Okay. So there's classrooms. There's actual classrooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why is the 8 an infinity symbol? Okay, 8 is an infinity symbol. That's odd. Okay. Apple, yay. 8 is an infinity symbol. Okay. Color worksheet. Fill each object with its correct color. Okay. I have to make a couple quick notes now. Classrooms. It keeps yelling at me about shit. Oh, okay. So that's just more pet setting things I have to look at. Colors. So we have blue, green, yellow, violet, red, and orange. Each color is only used twice. So you use too many blues, and you are missing a green, which means one of those things is green. Well, blueprint makes sense. Pond being blue also makes sense. Pumpkin is orange. Heart flag is orange, so orange, pumpkin, and heart flag. Probably. Green, broccoli, and mountain flag? Red, no, yellow next. Yellow. No, green is, lizard. Because the lizard's red too. Yellow then has 1, so maybe that's mountain flag. Banana, mountain flag. Blue is blueprint. Guessing pond. Red is wagon and fire hydrant. And purple, or violet in this case, so violet. Hourglass flag. And grapes. Well, Benny, you were close to being right. You must really like red, from Caleb. 2 out of 12. Okay, so none of the flags are red. That's good to know. Okay, yeah, 10 out of 12. Which is because of the heart flag is actually orange, and the hourglass flag is purple. Okay, so that is the correct solution. Do I need that solution for something? I don't know. Probably. Okay, well, that's, Interesting. Okay. I get 2 redraws in this room. Sweet. We're going to do Nook. Coupon book. Okay. Useful. Oh, I didn't pick up my allowance, did I? Oops. Oh, maybe if I make my way back that way. Alright, fine, we'll do library. Hey, there's an apple in here. Okay, so this is a drafting strategy. Kimberly Thompson in 93 checked this book out. So, potential within, gems, 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 planning your house, drafting combos, making connections, tips and tricks. Word from the editor. Okay, so to the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless potential possibilities. You are starting with a blank canvas. You have unlimited potential and ideas to explore, but with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions and compounding, adding layers and complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house. Oh, this is actually just straight up helpful. Aim to provide architects with some of the strategies and developing a system of their own. Every architect needs gems. Okay, this is actually part of the thing. Although many architects have employed different strategies when developing their house designs, most agree on the guiding principle: have gems while drafting. Fair. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having resources they need when opening a new door. If you lack the gems, consider all 3 potential options. You may have forced to draft a room you do not want. This is true. I have seen that. So you want gems. Focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems early. Okay. Make sure you check for gems in the room you are in before clicking the door. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. I will never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. It's simple strat that has served me well. If you see gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them. Don't pass up on the wine cellar even if you're not thirsty. Okay, too many gems. I see. When drafting a house, it's important to start each day with solid foundation. Draft early ranks first. Very common mistake beginners make is drafting a straight line north. Ew, that's a good point. Okay. To not go straight line can also be structurally weak if you are leaving lots of unopened doors in the ranks behind you. Okay. Top drafting combos. Another aspect to consider when planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft a cloister before a terrace, you will be down 3 gems, but if you draft them in reverse order, cloister would be free. Okay, I see. So, terrace is always helpful because it makes the green rooms free. Foyer before the Great Hall means that all the doors would be unlocked. That's actually useful. Foyer is a room I've never seen before. Drafting the bunk room after the nursery gives you 10 extra steps because it counts as 2 bedrooms. I've noticed that one. If you have an office and a conference room will have all the things that are spread to it. Attic, that's a one I've not seen. The more items you have, the greater chance, so drafting it before workshop makes sense. Making a connection. 2-pair combos aren't the only thing. So like the utility closet, powers a garage, turns on the dark rooms, turns off the lights to prevent step loss in a gymnasium. Her ladyship chambers has synergy with Lady Epson's other 2 rooms of boudoir and walk-in closet. Okay, that's interesting. Boiler room goes with lavatory, garage, laundry room, furnace, and pump room. Okay. Pump room can interact the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, and kitchen. Oh, I need to make notes of these. Okay. Where did I make my pump room notes? Here we go. With, alright, I need to ink these notes all down now, because they're going to be in the way. Interact with pump room, interacts with pool, aquarium. I can drain the aquarium, I'm guessing. Greenhouse and kitchen. Okay, I wonder what it does to the greenhouse. Boiler room. Lab. Garage. Laundry. Furnace. I'm guessing furnace is how I heat the place up. And pump room. Steam power. Steam power. Okay. Her ladyship's chamber. Boudoir and the walk-in closet. Okay. In the kitchen, you can check which courses... Yeah, I've noticed that. Bunk room has 2 bedrooms, also counts as 2 rooms. Okay, billiard room, puzzle. Just because you didn't find any items in a room doesn't mean you first explored it, doesn't mean it won't be the case next time you draft it. Day after drafting a freezer, it enters an automated cooldown refreezing cycle during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. Interesting. If you are stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it is smart to move on. Draft rooms you have never seen before. Although, volume... Okay, that's actually helpful. Okay, this is the K. Right. With that being said, I'm going to go back to the entrance hall. Toss the spare room there. Toss the workshop here. Giving me the broken lever again. Okay. Let's do this, because it'll give me 2 items. Maybe I can find something. Nope. But it fills in my gem slot. Pantry. Commissary. Here we go. What's for sale? Magnifying glass, running shoes, sledgehammer. Right, nothing I want this exact second. I keep forgetting to grab my allowance token. Give me allowance, thank you. Alright. Whenever you draft a bedroom, game 5 steps. Yeah, we'll do this. Nursery it is. Sweet, more reroll dice. That's awesome. Anything else in here? No. Stars and stairs. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense too. Because that's tie and tie. Okay. Alright, well that area is just basically done. As I hoping to give myself more ways to go? Yes. Did I? No. I need keys and gems. Pity gems weren't purchasable. Servants' quarters would be worthless. I'm... Oh, dang. I am... just, in general, not doing so hot. Okay. Well, that's fine. Here we go. Storeroom. And sand. Yeah, 8. Alright, that'll be good. Drawing room. Still don't know what that result is, so we're gonna ignore that for the moment. Do corridor. West Hall. There we go. Car and card, that's D. Yeah, I have that one. Sure, let's toss the chapel down. Just because it'll fill in this spot. And I can do this to get 2 more rerolls. And a gem. Yay. Drawing of a holly leaf on it. Okay. Alright. Do parlor, because that'll give me more gems again. So we have the gems are in a box with a true statement. Okay. The statement on the blue box is true. So those are both true. Okay, 2 of these statements are true. If 2 of these statements are true, like the blue box is true. 2 of these statements are true. So this is true, and this is true. Then the gems would have to be here, because they'd have to be in a box with a false statement. Otherwise, these 2 are false. And they would have to be here anyways, because they'd have to be in a box with a true statement. Dang, okay. That worked out rather nice. Let's toss an observatory so I can get at least the whatever this is. Plus 3 steps. Okay. do this one. Because I have the nursery, so I get the +5. Sweet, and you have reroll dice. Awesome. Do dining room here. And I'm out of keys. Shoot. Alright, let's go back to the commissary. Double check there's not something I can't buy. Which they only way to the commissary. I had to go the long way. No, okay, we're gonna go the long way. Okay. I'm gonna have no steps after this, so I'm basically done as it is. And there was nothing worth buying. Okay. Alright, well, that's it. Nothing happened that day. Apparently there's 8 classrooms. Alright, let's do another one. Day 9. Do 3 days this go around. How about that? I should have grabbed my allowance first thing, but I didn't, but that's okay. It's fine. I'm not gonna have any items for trade, so we're gonna do this. Ooh, sweet. Oh yeah, I love the wrench. Okay, that's useful. Wrench make me happy. Wrench make me very happy. Grab the allowance. Let's start on this side of the room just today. Do bedroom. And getting a coin purse. That's useful. Den. Corridor. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. Storeroom. Alright, no, let's unlock the trunk. There's a dig spot in here now. That's interesting. just straight cuts me off from the middle. Okay. Security. Do I want to make it more commonplace? Yeah, because then I can adjust things. Ah, there it is. Okay. Like, for example, I'm going to turn the security level to low and offline mode to unlocked on the hopes that I get what I need. Okay, now from here, let's go straight. We'll do parlor because that's going to give me more gems. Looks so pretty when you look out the windows. Gems are in a box with a statement containing the letter U. Okay. The blue box is true, so that would say the gems are in this box. The gems are in a statement containing the letter B. Well, if the blue box is true, that would make this true, which would also make this true, so that doesn't work. So the gems are not in a box with the statement containing the letter U, which is this one. They cannot be in there. The gems are not in a box with a statement containing the letter B. All boxes contain the statement with the letter B, so that doesn't... Oh no, this would work. So this is false, which means the gems cannot be in here. But this is true, and this is true, which means the gems are here. Oh, thank heavens. Nursery. There's still something else in here? Oh. That's good. Well, fudge. I hate the archives. But that's going to be the best use. Oh, this is just generally terrible. Secret passage is good. That one. Because we can make it go to a shop. shop. There's sometimes stuff on the floor here, not this time. Perfect. Commissary. Alright, so gems, which we do need. 10 will give me 4. Or I could do 3 and a sledgehammer. 1 and a sledgehammer, rather. I'm gonna do that. Pick up these 2 coins. Because with those 2 coins, I can get another 3 gems. Or another 1 gem, rather. Excuse me. I can do math. Pantry's gonna end me. I'm gonna redraw. Do gymnasium. Car keys. Give me the laboratory more often. Good. Each time you find trash while digging. Oh. For each bedroom you draft after your second, and you draft a hallway from another hallway. I don't have a shovel, so there's no point in digging. We'll do gain 1 star. Okay. Research logs. Okay, that's about my experiments. I want to log into the network. Okay. What shit staff services there are? Special orders. We're gonna toss in a shovel. Okay. Okay, so this terminal's, I have to have the office for that. Okay. Did I ever look at this? Okay, yeah, that's a lie. This machine requires additional power from the piped in from the boiler room. What does this do? Okay. That's where I got the 3 after 9. So I don't know what that's about. Thought that was about the, Okay, yeah, and this is about the Mount Holly freezer. Melting point starts at 0. It's currently at ice because it's at -10. A complete thaw is at, like, that. So I need to figure out how to do this. But I need to get it around close to 20. I'm guessing it has something to do with that. Oh, shoot. Did I... Okay, no, this was dead-ended on purpose. Okay, yeah, this is about Kimberly Thompson getting stuck here. Sage and stage. Okay. Alright, well, chapel will be good here, because it'll let me do stuff. And hey, I'll find items in here. Oh, key. That's useful. I say as I absolutely need the key. Let's go straight, because I haven't done anything at this far side. That's my last key. I get 3 keys from here, though. We'll do that. Anything else in here? Nope. Do I have car keys? I do, in fact, have the car keys. Sweet! Drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights, small garage on the south edge of Tridensdale. The goods are already secure in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. Alright. One, 4227. Sandy Heights. Interesting. Gotta go with the archive floor plan, and I am dead-ended. Dang. Okay. Well, that sucked. Well, I could spend a moment and figure out if I know what the letter is here. Oh, this is an L. No, T. Planet plane. Which I have. Okay. Any of these that I don't have a... The garage, I don't have that letter. So let's go get that letter real quick. Tub and tube. E. So 8, that's probably dates, crack 8 safes. That's helpful. Do I have something on rank? So this is rank 2, which I already have. I already have safes. I already have rank 3. This is rank 4. Commissary will have that, which should be E. Okay, we'll try that. Commissary. fur and fire, so that is E. So 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Something something NTLL I NTLLTES 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Okay. Commissary is not going to be closed. That's a lie. Okay. Well. Oh, I have an upgrade disc. I should use that. Before I call it a day, I should do this. Oh, I can upgrade the storeroom. So, +2 keys, a gem, and a coin. +2 gems, and a coin. +10 coins. Early coins is always useful, because if I can get an early shop. Okay. Well, that's that. Not much else I can do right now. Save and continue. I'm gonna do one more. And then I'm gonna stop. Maybe. Alright, let me grab my allowance first. Starting with 2 coins is nice, honestly. The tomb. What is this? What is this? Oh no. Oh no. Dig spot. Oh no. Oh no. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. The floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? Oh dear. Well, that's telling me there is a way this is not a dead end. It's a lot of people. Okay. I don't know what order these have to be pulled in. Open only in the event of my death. Simon. So here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places in this grand estate, I chose the dreary dank dungeon to be laid to rest. In that same din, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition and family tradition, thrice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds the trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend, if not break, these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore and spruce, more than wondrous wood and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulture as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be effective as they are theatric, and to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom thus granted you, commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition. Herbert S. Sinclair. Okay. Well, did I see what was over here? Yes, that was that. Okay. I don't know what order to pull those in, so we're just gonna pretend that never happened. Is there a tree out here, by the way, that's got holly around it? Because that was waxing a lot of poetic, and maybe I can dig. Okay. Well, let's get you out of the way. I'm gonna dump a parlor, pop in, get my 2 gems. That was a choice. This box and the white box are both empty. This box and the blue box are both empty, so those 2 could be true. The other 2 statements have identical wording. That is true. So these can't be empty. Oh gosh, I hate this. The other 2 statements have identical wording. This box and the blue box are both empty. This box and the white box are both empty. They're identical. They're not the same. They are similar. Does identical mean same, or does identical mean similar? Exactly alike. I mean, they're alike, they just state a different box. Alright, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that. Alright, I'm back to it. Well, if these two are true, then this can't be true. But this is true, which means... I'm just gonna say it's in this one. Because you're saying identical. Okay. Identical means exactly the same in this case. Okay. We have to do laboratory. Let's start an experiment. What do we got option-wise? Each time you find some trash while digging, gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Do that. I don't have any hallways. Can I access the security room from this? Maybe I can adjust that. Nope, can't adjust it. Okay. I was hoping that meant I could, but... Let's do... you. Okay, diamond. And pair of chests in the front. Okay, that's useful. But I am done either way. Damn. Oh no, I have workshop. Oh, thank heavens. I'll do closet then. Key. Ooh, shovel. Sweet. That's my step set. Okay. set this to low. Anything in here? No. To corridor. Shoot, I backed in, backed out. Good job. Do dining room. Okay, so do I want... You give me 2 reroll dice, but that puts me straight there. I'll drop a secret passage. How about that? And then I'll go into here. Every time you unlock or bypass, gain 1 key for every hallway in your house. Alright, well, a locked door is not a security door. Good to know. Let's do the pump user manual. Okay. If I unlock this into a... Oh, I think all my bedrooms are gonna be... Alright, let's do this one. We'll do a shop. And it's locked. And I don't have a sledgehammer, I just have a shovel. Alright, well, let's go dig up in the tomb, I guess. Actually... Ooh. Oh. Okay. How many footsteps do I have? 15. 14. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would get me back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. They're both gonna give me the same amount. Okay, well, that's fine. 6, 4, 3, 2, 5, 7, 1. 1 is farmer. farmer. 2. Yeah, those look like angels with wings, and these look like... Wait, that's another farmer. Okay, farmer with, hoe versus pitchfork. Okay. I'm gonna mark that as hoe. You have spatula. 3 has pitchfork. 4 has duster. 5 has broom. Thank you so much. Not quite sure what the alert was for. Think that's a follow. Hello, Kaylin Sean. Thank you for joining. I'm just making a couple quick notes. 5... 6 is this one. Fishing rod. We're gonna call it... No, riding crop. Riding crop. Riding crop, and then 7... Scepter? Scepter. This is an area I've never been in, which is the tomb, so let's see how this goes. Anything in here? No. Okay. Oh, I think this is gonna cost me more steps to go this way. Oops. That's what I get for getting turned around. Can I make anything? Okay. So if I had the broken lever, I could probably do something with that. Which I don't, so that's a moot point. Steps. So. Alright, well, let's go see what this tomb nonsense is about, since I have, like, no keys. Okay. You're the riding crop, so no, not you. You're the scepter, so you're last. Nothing in there. You're the hoe? Yes, so you are first. You're a broom, not you, not you. You're a duster. I think your pitchfork was second. You're the spatula. That's Herbert's grave, I don't want that. Slow mode is because I honestly kept forgetting to turn that off, so that's something I'm gonna have to adjust. What's going on is I have no steps, I have dead ends, and I just found this place, so I am figuring out what the heck this place is about. Okay, I pulled that one. Where's the pitchfork? So, I honestly keep forgetting I have slow mode on, and I need to probably turn that off, but I don't know how. Where is pitchfork? Here it is. Pitchfork is 2. But I'm just trying to solve puzzles, because puzzles are fun. Spatula second. Okay, not pitchfork. Spatula second. You guys have names. I don't know what your names are. I'm so sorry. Beautiful. dangerous. Ooh, I have more money. Sweet. Do I have any shops? No. That's a pity. Your riding crop. Your broom. I have so much nonsense in this game, and none of it has gone anywhere yet. Your pitchfork, that's... your duster. You are my... Here we go, spatula. Pitchfork. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck this does. I just noticed I could grab these earlier. And so I'm figuring out where I'm going. Duster. And inside the church there was a bunch of things that looked like these guys, so, you know. C'est la vie. That's not Duster. Did I see a dig spot over here? No. I saw a dig spot in here somewhere. That's a broom. Ah, there's a dig spot. That's worth nothing. Okay. I've already pulled you down. Here's the duster. Broom. Broom was back this way. Here it is. Broom. Riding crop. This is technically day 9. I have played up to day 15, but there's not really a good way to phrase how long you've been in here, because there's just more and more puzzles. I can say I have not been to room 46 yet. So... Oh, there we go. Ooh, door. So I have not been to room 46. I do not know how to get into room 46. I have opened the antechamber once, but the door to get to the antechamber was a dead end. So I kind of got shafted on that. I've gotten 2 fires lit for a thing that I have no idea what it does. I have learned that Mother may or may not have participated in treasonous acts and conspiracy. That one's a little bit confusing. At the very least, one of her coworkers had. And she's been missing for 7-some years. I have learned that... Actually, that's about it. So... There's still a lot. Like, I still don't even have all the... puzzles. Reservoir. Okay. Well, that's both helpful and not helpful. Where in the heck am I? Oh, I can grab you. I have found 2 safes. I have unlocked only 1 safe. And there are apparently 8. So there's that also. This game is just a lot. Okay, so that opened a thing. And it's so easy to miss stuff. Where? Hello? Hello? Oh man, that caused footsteps. Oh man, that caused so many footsteps. Oh no. Is this all like separate rooms? just gonna drag this backwards. Just because I don't know what you go to, but I have a feeling that's gonna be important. Okay, there's a thing there. I go in that room, I'm done. Oh, this leads somewhere too. Okay. I have no more footsteps if I go through this room. It may just force... Okay, it's not going to force end me. There's an upgrade disc here, so I'm not going to touch the ever-living heck out of that. Foundation... Okay, so Foundation gets here. Okay. Concealed entrance is number 2. Cliffside exit. So there's an exit through the cliffside. Minecart. 5 is fountain entrance. So you can get here through the fountain. Tomb entrance is 6. Torch chamber. Rotating gear. To north lever. Angel Point's dreams. I'm not gonna pick up this upgrade disc because I don't think I can do anything. You are probably lightable, and that's an interesting shape, so I'm gonna grab a screenshot of that. That did not count as a room. Okay, that's nice. Is this gonna count as a room? Yes. What? Okay. Well, I am going to end there. My brain hurts. I don't even know what the tomb is at this point. I have the foundation, but I can't ever get back to it. Because I just don't have gems. There's gotta be a way to get gems. How do I get gems early? There's gotta be a way to start with gems. How can you start with gems? Like, I have an allowance for coins, so how do you start with gems? You should be able to have a way to start with gems, right? I guess that's something I have to figure out how to open. Okay. Well. Thank you for joining me. Even though it was not the best of a stream, but you know.